So now that we have our pan nice and hot, I can start to see it smoking ever so slightly. We're just gonna add enough oil to coat. And you'll notice exactly how hot the pan is because the oil isn't thick, it's not viscous, it's actually coating the pan real nice. And then I'm going to just season with salt. So just a little bit of coarse salt on both sides. And now that our pan's nice and hot, the oil's nice and hot, we're gonna add the steak in, away from you, just so you don't actually splash yourself with the hot oil. We're gonna cook it equal amounts of time on both sides. So 4 minutes on one side, we'll flip, do a 4 minutes on that side as well. For something like this, I like to use a rib steak, rib eye, anything from the rib, just because it has that marbling in it. So that marbling basically will mean flavor, moisture, and tenderness as well. Just move it around a little bit. We'll check it. Got the nice caramelization. We'll go ahead and flip. I like to throw in some rosemary, some garlic, just a little bit of butter. So we're gonna move the steak just to the back of the pan. We're gonna drop our heat just a little bit. And you're gonna tilt so all the natural juices, all the butter and the fat, all that flavor comes down to the bottom. And you're just gonna spoon it on the top. So normally steaks are gonna cook about 5 degrees higher than when you pull them off. So always take into account that, the overcooking. And then you always wanna let your meat rest, because if I was to take this off and slice into it right away, all the juices and everything that we've tried to put into the steak, it's just gonna go right onto the cutting board. So resting actually allows for the pores of the meat to kind of contract a little bit from the heat. And then we actually can cut it, and then most of those juices and all the flavor is gonna stay inside of there as well. All right, so now that it's done, we will pull it over here. We've had it resting just for a little bit. And take it, put it right on the cutting board. So now that you start to see a lot of those juices come to the top, that means we should be pretty close to a medium rare. So now we're just gonna present. All right, we're actually gonna take some of these pan drippings. Just a little bit of sauce. And there you go.